Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Njabulo, and if this is your first time coming here, thank you so much for stopping by. Subscribe and become of this wonderful growing productivity family. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much guys. Your love is amazing. Thank you so much for the comments, for the likes, for sharing my videos, and yeah, just continue to give other people, share this information. It's enlightening, it's so much fun. So yeah, thank you so much guys. Okay, now without wasting any of your time, today I'm talking education, the importance of education to be exact. So to many of us, we will be like asking ourselves, is it really important to go to school? Triggers that other question, which is to say, is education important? To be exact, what is education? Now, in order for us to be able to start and really understand this concept of education, I'm going to give two scenarios in which we are going to have person A and person B. Now, person A, we're going to take as your normal student. I'm talking about the person who went to primary, secondary, and then they also went to higher institution where they obtained a degree. After obtaining that degree, and then they find a job, they work, they buy their first car, they buy their house. Well, to the naked eye and to the obvious crowd, this person is successful, and we can attribute that to being educated. And then now person B is a little bit different. Person B, we can call them as your hustlers. This is someone who went to school but did not finish up until their matric. They were fortunate enough to inherit a family business, a struggling family business, if I can say, or they were able to start their own business from scratch, and then they are able to grow their business maybe from 500,000 per year into maybe 2 million per year. In the next 10 years, they are around 50 million per year and go on. Again, to the naked eye, this person is successful. But now we need to look at their paths. Their paths are not the same. The other one went the academic route, and this one went the hustling route. Now the question comes, is education important? Well, I think for us to be able to understand, is education important, we need to really understand what is education. We actually need to change the way we understand what education is. We need to understand that education is not merely about getting your matric, getting your degree, because you can do all of those steps, but the last one is always going to be a problem, finding a job and then considering yourself successful. So it's important to really understand the balance, to find the balance there. I think we need to first be able to define what education is. Now, education can easily be understood as this process of acquiring knowledge, skills, and yeah, all the necessary tools in order to make it in life. Well, I try to define that. I always say it's the necessary skills and knowledge to make it in the corporate world. Because for me, well, it's the other definition of education, which is to be enlightened. Now, to be enlightened, you don't necessarily need to have formal education, but formal education is important for you to be able to see the opportunity, seize that opportunity that comes your way, and be able to navigate through all the challenges. Now that's where formal education is important, but we cannot really take away everything that the hustler does. What 9 to 5, rather not the 9 to 5, your 12 to 12 people who are on the business from 12 a.m. until 12 midnight. Those people are the ones who are really grinding, pushing their businesses, their products, and all of that. And that for me is the true kind of education, because you may be knowledgeable in terms of having all this information and all the skills, but if you're not able to outsource yourself, if you're not able to sell those skills, if you're not able to make those skills more productive for you, it's really the same as not even being educated. Being educated, it means this is something that is within. Well, from Latin derivatives, if we want to understand what is education, it has always been defined as bringing out something that is within an individual. To me, that like literally translates to potential, because what is within an individual is potential. and we are unique, we are different. So what's in me is not the same as what is in you. So it's important that we find the balance there. Okay, now to the part where I tell you the importance of education. Why I think education is important, and to be specific, why I think formal education, which is your academic education, is important. Not that your street hustlers and that type of enlightening education is not important. It's very key, but I also want to highlight the importance of academic education, getting a good schooling, going to a university or higher institution and getting that knowledge, the importance. And I'll start that by quoting the father of our nation, Nelson Mandela, in which he said, education is the most powerful tool we can use to change the world. Now that is powerful. If it was said by a powerful individual like Utatu Nelson, well, it's really a powerful statement, and this is why I think education is important. The first thing that you need to understand is that education creates knowledge. Now, what do I mean by education creates knowledge? In this world that we live in, there's countless amounts of information that keeps flooding in. There are so many unique people with unique ideas, and everything just comes at you. But if you're not able to process whatever is coming at you, if you're not able to link that with whatever is within you, then chances are it's not going to be possible for you to make a meaning of that information and to sort of like activate what is inside of you for us to be able to see it. So education offers you that platform whereby you are able to interpret what other people are saying, not on a level of just understanding what they are saying, but looking at the implementations of what they are saying, how you can best link that with what you have in order to come up with new ideas. Now, the other thing that's important about education is that it builds our character. Now, as individuals, we have ideas, we have dreams, and in order for us to be able to see those dreams and those ideas becoming a reality, it requires formal education. And there is no way you can like fully reach your full potential without having that formal type of an education. It helps us to be more mature in our decisions, mature in our choices in life. Not only in life, but especially when it comes to being successful, because you can make so many immature decisions along the way. It requires you to be like formally educated in order to be able to make that informed decision about a product, your life, or whatever that you really want to achieve. And another thing is it arouses our curiosity. Now, this is the ability for us to be able to receive and then question whatever we are receiving. You cannot question something that you do not know. So in order for you to question something, you really have to be well taught, and you really need to understand all the ways and the possible and the possibilities and the impossibilities of whatever you're talking about. This may be in a class, this may be in the outside world where you try to make meaning of things. If you are not well educated about that, or if you're not well informed about a thing, there is no way you can question it. So this is the level where I think education, formal education, is key and important, because it helps us to really understand our world. It helps us to be able to question. That says to us more learning equals more questions, and if there are more questions, there's more chances that we can be able to engage with people, change the world, and at the end do better things. So I think I've been talking for the longest time right now, so this is the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much. Like this video, share your comments down there, tell me what you think about education, and tell us what is your experience with education. Thank you so much, guys, for choosing this channel. Please don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and tell your friends to come and become part of this family. Thank you so much.